Actually, like, I'm down to like enter a rock band contest under that. It'd be
Or
pretty funny.
I like Winger and the Alchemist.
Or Mechanic and the Alchemist.
No.
Or
I
something.
think Winger and the
Well, I
Alchemist.
know, that's kind of long.
It's like Florence and the Machine.
What?
Winger and the Alchemist.
Okay, who's got the question? Yes, my dear. Right, yes, you.
Okay, for you guys that are experienced, for someone that wants to begin a career in this, but has zero experience, what would you suggest to start off? Like, what?
Human sacrifice.
Were you brought here by a family member?
Yeah.
Kill him.
I'm looking for a new one, so if you want to be my next sacrifice, just
I'll do
text me.
it.
It's an honor.
Well, I mean, anything that you want to do has to have a starting point. I mean, you just have to start somewhere, you know. And I would say if this is something you'd really like to get into, like we said earlier, the first thing you want to do is get into acting. Start auditioning for plays, take acting classes and speech classes, and start getting experience. And the second thing is you have to be where the work is. You know, this kind of work doesn't happen everywhere. You know, you can be a plumber or a retail or work at different industries and businesses in every city. But then there are some things that only happen in certain places. You know, I often say if I wanted to be a country or western singer, I'd probably move to Nashville, because that's kind of where that happens. Country music capital of the world, no. So there are only a handful of places where voice acting work is done. But you'd want to get plenty of experience first, because you wouldn't want to go someplace and then get your big break and not be ready. You know, you had one shot at it and you weren't ready. So you don't want that to happen. But get involved, and I'm sure there are community theaters nearby, people that put on shows, and there are probably school productions and church productions and plenty of opportunities if you really start looking for them. I think they're out there. Okay? Thank you, sweetheart. Manny in the back. You totally, how many of you guys watch Modern Family? Anybody watch I love that show. You remind me of Manny from Modern Family. You're awesome. It is Manny. What's your question, big guy? Stand up. I can't, where are you? No, then he was standing on his chair a minute ago. Yeah, in the gray shirt with the glasses. Stand up tall. What's the next anime we're voice acting in? Yeah.
No, we can talk about.
We just had a release at Anime Expo. We're working on Tiger and Bunny, which is very cool. I am Rock Bison. Tiger and Bunny. Of course I'm Rock Bison.
I just finished this awesome show at Funimation. I'm so excited about it. It's like a voice actor's dream. But I told you guys about it a little bit at my panel, but I'm not allowed to talk about the title or anything yet. But as soon as I can, I will definitely tweet about it. So follow me on Twitter so you can know as soon as I know.
On Twitter.
Coming out very soon. Coming out this month is a show called Fractal that I was in, and I play a character named Fryn, and it's one of my absolute favorite shows I've ever worked on. It's a beautiful show. Everyone please see it. And then coming out in August is a show called Freezing, with me and lots of the hot women beating each other up and clothes flying off and things like that.
Yeah! Woo!
Just putting that out there.
Pre-order that one.
So that's what I'm up to that I can mention, and please check them out. Thanks.
I think all I've got right now is the Dead Man Wonderland just and you don't talk to me in that, so that's what's out right now.
That's on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's on Adult Swim Tsunami stuff.
Tonight, Saturdays, right?
Yeah. Watch it tonight. Or else. You won't watch it. And you won't know.
Golly, now everyone's getting excited. Way over here in the yellow shirt.
What do y'all like to do for a hobby on your spare time?
What spare time?
Yeah, what spare time? I Anyone? Anyone?
Play video games.
Yeah!
If we don't have to like work out so that we can actually stay in shape, it's usually video games. Arkham City, Assassin's Creed.
Call of Duty.
I kind of do what I would do if I weren't being paid for it, actually. I mean, I love the things that I get to do. You know, I write music, I play sports whenever I get the chance. I don't get paid for that, but I'm working also on a web series, I think I mentioned in my panel. Exactly. I am executive producing a new Star Trek web series, and there's a lot of work that goes into everything related to it. Building the sets, costumes, props, casting, special effects, crew people, sound, you know, camera, lighting, I mean, makeup. I mean, there's a lot of work in organizing it. And so that takes a lot of time. And I travel a lot to meet you guys all over the place. But I just love what I get to do. I would do it anyway. So my work is my play, so to speak.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was studying to be an actor and I was in school, it used to be that acting was my hobby, and then I decided that's what I wanted to do for a living. So all of your time becomes devoted to it, and then I'm like, well, I need a hobby. And then anime was my hobby, and within 6 months, anime was my job. And so now it's no longer my hobby. In fact, it's quite difficult to just sit down and watch anime just for fun, because I'm constantly analyzing it. Even if I watch it in Japanese, I'm imagining that's Travis, that's Vic, that's Aaron, that could be that person. Like, I cannot turn that off. It's really hard for me. So that's no longer my hobby, right? So when I do have free time, I work often, I work a lot, and my husband works a lot. So anytime that we both have free time together, I just like to spend time with him and with our dog and do whatever we can. We really love to travel, so we'll travel whenever, wherever, or plan a trip in our free time to go and do it. But I don't have too much free time. I need a new hobby.
You don't have too much free time, so you need another hobby.
Well, I need a new hobby, so like when
Like
I
a
have free
fast
time.
hobby.
Yeah, fast
Pick a
hobby.
hobby that you want to do professionally, because clearly whatever you pick as a hobby ends up being your profession. I like to drive Lamborghinis for a hobby.
I like to collect lots of money in my spare time.
But it's just a hobby.
Just a hobby. You don't have a profession.
In fact, I'd like to collect some from all of you. Get out your wallets. And I got this $1 bill from the lady in the front row.
$1, think larger. I like to collect $100 bills from everybody. Professionally.
But Mr. IRS agent, it was just a hobby. Who's got a question?
Everybody.
Yes. How about right here on the edge? Yes.
Can you tell us the donut story?
No, you don't want to hear that. See, that's like.
Who's heard the donut story? Who hasn't heard the donut
Who
story?
has never heard? You are liars.
Sorry, Vic.
What do we learn about people in the valley?
They are liars.
Liars.
Pathological liars. Okay, well, I'm going to tell mine much more succinctly than Aaron told his. It's going to be super fast. No, yours was very interesting. But we were doing a scene in one of the original episodes of the first series where Ed got punched in the face by one of the fake Elric brothers. And as soon as I saw his cute little face all puffed up and swollen up from being punched, I thought it would be fun. I should probably put something in my mouth to make it sound like, you know, it was all swollen up a little bit. And so I asked Colleen, I asked Colleen if I could have a minute, and I ran to the vending machine to see what I could find, but I could stick in there and sound good. And the perfect thing was right there in front of me in the little coil. It was the powdered sugar donuts. Perfect. Perfect size, puffy, done. So I bought the little box, a little pack of 6, and I ran back into the booth and stuck one in there, and it was just awesome. It sounded great. Until, you know, after you do the line, you kind of wait for a couple of minutes while the engineer is kind of moving the line around and making sure they like it. Well, while I'm waiting, this donut is not lasting. It's just kind of decomposing and you know, melting in my mouth kind of, and it was really starting to get gross. And I was getting kind of grossed out, so I spit it out. But I didn't realize that Ed had the swollen face for about 4 pages of dialogue, so I had to keep sticking a new donut in to continue the same sound that I'd already established with the first donut. So now I hate donuts. That's the moral of the story. Uh-oh, 10 minutes? We have 10 minutes left, so...
I saw a double hand wave over here, so...
I was wondering if you guys can do your own kind of scene with all your voice acting. Like,
Can you give us a topic? What? Wait a minute, the guy that...
No, I like it. Elric.
What?
Elric. I said Elric. Al, chime in here whenever you feel like it. I think that it's
Yes.
time that you, you know, pop the question to your little blonde friend.
Well, Colonel, I don't really think that's your business.
Everything's my business. What are you talking about? Not my business.